Welcome back to the Gaming Castle. Today we are going to talk about why I'm quitting Moko Versus. Alright, so if you guys remember, we're on the journey to Black Belt. We are about halfway to Black Belt, but the problem is there's only like a week left in the season. And, I know some of you might find this hard to believe, but I have a lot of things going on in my life aside from playing Moko. And so I don't think I have enough time to finish this series. And also, with that, I think the Chapter 2 versus system is going to be revolutionary. It's going to be so much better than the system that we have now that, honestly, my current Road to Black Belt series is going to be history. The game is fundamentally changing. It's exciting. We're early on in Moko's development still, and so they're making big changes to the game. They don't really have it all figured out. Moko, is kind of Supercell's big experiment, like I talked about in another one of my videos. And so, it's still they're still experimenting with it. It's kind of like my YouTube channel, my YouTube journey, if you will. I'm just kind of experimenting with it, trying it out, seeing if I can make it work, seeing how big I can make my channel and all that stuff. It's process of discovery, if you will. And so, long story short, do not plan to continue to cover Moko versus for Chapter 1. We'll pick it back up again in Chapter 2. Maybe we'll do something a little different. Maybe I kind of like the idea of quads. Because having teammates would be cool and make the matches a little bit less predictable. I have to do more carrying. You never know, you're gonna get good teammates, bad teammates. So maybe for Chapter 2, we'll do a 4v4, quads versus. Feel free to leave a comment about, really, any kind of video series that you guys would like me to cover, but specifically, with the verses, what you guys would like me to kind of journey towards, what mode you think. I'd also love to hear what mode is your favorite. Do you like solos, duos, quads, 10v10s? Do you got a consistent core group in the game who gets on and does 10v10s and hops on Discord? Because if you do, that's pretty cool. Honestly, hit me up and I could be I would 100% want to be a backup if you guys need a tent someday when somebody's busy. That would be cool. So yeah, just feel free to leave comments about versus, what you think of versus in Moko, what you'd like to see me cover, and what you're most excited about going into Chapter 2. It's an exciting time in Moko, so yeah. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and